All up for the final quarter. New Zealand have been winning the tap all day, and this one's no exception. Number 8, it is Paul Gunning, the vice-captain, who drives the ball forward. 16, Hart, I think, who spins out of trouble. Quick kick into the 50 metres now, and who have we got here? Number 17, Jason Ball, snaps for goal.
Number 12 has the ball at the moment for South Africa, and he kicks out from full-back. Good kick too, he's played the game before. Long kick, almost outside defensive 50, and mark taken by South Africa to De Villiers.
No, that's 12. Number 12.
Who's 12, Kevin?
Palmelia.
No, it's not him. It was Spanning De Villiers.
Now, Paul just ducks in there. Jason Ball it is, actually. Jason Ball with the bald head, who now throws the ball into his right foot. Sees a lead, but the ball didn't come off very well at all. Didn't spin like the drop punt we've been expecting from New Zealand, but it's gone straight back.
Oh, he's
taking a ripper. He's taking a ripper. A little bit of attention from the South Africans. They've turned the heat up, and this could be 50.
No,
the umpires just waved him away as Jason Ball, with some aggression there, takes a magnificent mark, and now he's kicked back into attack for New Zealand. They've got no options. Terrific chasing and harassing there from the South Africans. They're still at it. New Zealand, they get the handball away. Ball again. Oh, look at that. Spins out of trouble. Fends off 2 or 3 tackles and gets dumped. Kick into the forward line now, and an opportunity now for Matthews it is. Wow, what a name. Fantastic name.
It's not Matthews, it was Mukta. Mukta clears the ball, or tries to, for South Africa. Goes to left half back. There is no Matthews. There is two. There's a Matthews.
Mark Doran's
that is
acknowledged
his
the
first
mistake
name.
for the first time today.
That is his first name, though. Since when have we been calling first names? So here's Mukta. Mukta with the ball. Oh, unfortunately kicks into the man on the mark, but butters up well. Well, he tried to. Good steal from Grant Conway for New Zealand. Hands it off. They're away again. Chasing goal number 19. 2 options in the second one. Well, he couldn't pick it up. That makes Lukey. You can hear the call. That was big Steve Foggett. I don't know why they call him Luke, but he gave the handball away. Still in there, the South Africans at the bottom of the pack. The Kiwis wait off the back. Richard Bradley snaps at goal. Won't make it. Defensive mark. Getting back, taking that for South Africa was John. That's what his name is. And John kicks to Mumbai. Left back pocket. He sits and waits. New Zealand in total control of this game, and we'll talk about the Kiwis in just a moment. Good mark, one of the few. That's it. They're actually working the ball well.
Oh, that's terrific. And Jason Ball, it is, I think, in there again. No, New Zealand through Bowden, trying to get it into their forward 50. Now they've got a bit of space with which to work, and the kick acknowledging the lead there from number 20, Steve Froggett, who's been very prominent in the last quarter, and the ball just lands in the goal square and slides straight through. So fantastic effort from Froggett. The South African player chasing the ball couldn't quite get a hand on it. It just skidded off the mud. So superb performance again from New Zealand.
Tomorrow, and the guys are fully aware of that. The USA have got 40-odd club sides, and they're going to be a major challenge in this tournament. And we knew that South Africa was only new and just starting off, but we've been fantastic effort from Mark there by Dave Goodall. We've been really very, very lucky to get off to a good start in this tournament.
Coaching many of his countrymen on the finer skills of the AFL footy. So it's number 22. Look for him in the next 10 minutes or so. He certainly can play it.
One of the South African players just been taken over the boundary line. Looks like he might have hurt his right leg. But in the meantime, Mike Gawn for New Zealand is marked, and he's going to have a shot for goal just under 40 metres out, directly in front. He's limbering up himself. He looks like he could be a bit sore. He might be tired of getting the ball. He's had a good game himself there, Colin.
Yes, he's only 18, turned 18 last week. We have about 3 or 4 18-year-olds out there today, and that's where the development of New Zealand is really heading, towards the young guys. Mike's a young Tongan guy, and yeah, we expect a lot of him in the future.
Well, he's kicked goal number 20, so they move to 20 goals 11, 131, I believe, Mark Doran. South Africa one behind him.
They've had no dramas in the ruck, as they do again get the tap, but well sharked this time by the South Africans, one of the few times, and we've seen plenty of Luke Ellis, the Phil Narkle type headgear on. He's dominated. Big silver fern on top of the all-black jumper of the Falcons. Can't see who that is with the ball in the pocket.
The future of the game with us is in the schools, and with the AFL support, we have definitely gone a long way. There's now 20,000 young kids in schools learning the game of AFL. and that's grown from 7,000 2 years ago. Games lightly. We talked about it earlier on that percentage could play a part. We've got some very hard games coming up, and you really just can't afford to relax against maybe what we see as a weaker side.
Quick snap from Josh Hemmer is a goal, and no problems at all. New Zealand get their 21st.
137 plays one here at the Trevor Barker Reserve, and another tap there to New Zealand. They've got an opportunity to gather the ball in here and move forward again. And it's number 12, I think, Jeff Thomas, who kicks the ball and finds Bowden. Bowden's had quite a roll today. He goes onto the right foot. He's been on the left most of the day. Kicks into the forward pocket. Will it be knocked out of bounds? It won't. Jason Ball gathers in, shrugs off 2 or 3 tacklers and kicks a goal. And he kicks goal number 22. So 22-11, 143 New Zealand, leading South Africa just the one behind. So
possibly relocating, or they don't like to talk about it, but there's always talk about possibly relocating second side to Brisbane, second side to Sydney, maybe to Canberra. What about New Zealand? As New Zealand show that why I reckon they could have the infrastructure with the footballers they're turning out. What about New Zealand? It's quicker to get to New Zealand than it is to Perth. You've got a whole nation full of sponsors, and you've got people like yourself who I would imagine are pretty keen to do something with it. Could we see an AFL side play its home games in New Zealand?
Definitely. There's no doubt about that. We're quite a few years away from that, but the motivation may come more from the Melbourne clubs than New Zealand, and anything's possible. But a good team. We don't want to be going out with the same sort of results as the football Kings have in the Soccer League, or the Warriors in their first few days of the Rugby League Australian Championship.
Yeah, good. Happy to hear you say that. I think if it happens, you heard it first here at the International Cup, Dave, as the Kiwis go further and further ahead.
I think Josh Hemmer. Josh Hemmer kicks to half forward. Goodall flew over the top, but Jared Evans just stood his ground and took a lovely mark. Very solid mark. Evans now thumps it long. South African man in best position. But 16 it is Rob Hart who's done all the running. 24 Richard Bradley kicks back into the forward, right in front of the goals for New Zealand. And Bowden gathers in. Bowden kicks straight up there. Opportunity for South Africa there. Courage to stand straight under that ball. But New Zealand gather in and slot through another goal through the agency of Richard Bradley.
They are aggressive. New Zealand's got the zone. I think he's going to kick it to himself. Yeah, he said kick it now. He's polite. He stopped and he listened to the coach and he kicks it to himself. Well done. Take him on. He should have got round the full forward, but the kick's a beauty. Well outside of his area. He's done well. It's like Mickey Martin. Just get rid of it. And no one can pick it up at half-back for the South Africans. 23 for New Zealand was John Jackson, the skipper. Had it, gave it off, and here we go again. It's just all too easy. It's back to Craig Doubt. He should give this off, and he's called to play on, and he will. They are playing the team game now, 3 to choose from. Oh, straight down the breadbasket of Ellis, who coughed it up.
Been pretty good. He's one of the taller players in the South African lineup, and he kicks out towards the wing.
Oh.
But a terrific mark there. The man with the helmet,
Luke
of course, is Luke Ellis. Ellis goes into the centre. He looks for Byron Rock.
13 New Zealand, South Africa, 1 point. But Colin, you'd be enjoying every minute of it as you go forward again, and you'll watch Rob Hart try and kick another one. Spoke earlier of Wayne Schwass and Trent Croad and Daniel McAllister, I think it was, that have had their origins in New Zealand, as Hart kicks at goal, and there's just another one, 25. Do you claim them as New Zealanders, just like we claim Russell Crowe as an Australian?
There's one other. There is Donald Dickey, ex-Port Adelaide player.
You were going to say Donald Bradman. You were going to claim him. Donald Dickey, who played for
Port Adelaide. He was another Kiwi.
Right.
But look, those guys were developed in Australia, so we don't claim them as far as the development goes.
Great camaraderie
that
here, and this is what we saw after the first game. But I'm sure the New Zealand players very, very appreciative of the efforts of South Africa. They've come a long way. They've been playing football for very long, but it's a terrific performance to come out here against an accomplished side. And even though they only scored the one behind, you could not question their endeavour one bit, could you, Mark?
No, not at all. It's been fantastic. Look forward to seeing them play a couple of the other sides, perhaps the sides that haven't got quite the height that South Africa have got. They will be sore and sorry when they go into the rooms, because they've put their body into absolutely everything.